Another one.
All right, you're welcome to my podcast. This is Mendem, the podcast. I am Super OG, the public enemy, of course. And on today's episode, well, let me not even talk too much. This one is a star. She has blown. If you see her, bill her. She has blown. Her name is M.I.A. Melody. Melody, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you shy?
You do great. I'm always a shy person anyway, so it's
shy?
Like I'm in my forte, being shy. when I'm not working, doing the work that I work as a career, or do something that has to do with my career.
Yeah,
I'm very shy.
Yeah, interesting. Who would have known? Who would have thought? Anyway, Melody, you're welcome to the podcast. Who are you? Who's Melody? Who's M.I.A.?
Melody Ifeanyi Adigoro, also known as M.I.A, is a broadcaster and a hype woman. But she's never missing in action, so don't get the M.I.A twisted. She's literally Melody in action.
So guys, I met Melody in 2018. At the time, I was a graduate intern at Inspiration FM in Ibadan. And Melody was there for Next Radio Superstar. She was one of the final 10 or final 5, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Final 5.
Final 5.
I think that's one of my greatest achievements.
She was one of the final 5 contestants, and you could easily just see her and notice her because of the way she dresses, the way she would present, and what have you.
So it was like top 5, and that's one of my greatest achievements.
Okay.
Because I put it there as one of my greatest achievements, because coming to Inspiration Next Radio Superstar was the first time I ever had the opportunity to be on air.
Really?
Like, I've been on air once. Yeah. I've been on air once when I was a student back then in Nigerian University. So my friend had this show on their broadcast radio, and it was like this Friday night thing where you have 2-3 people and you're discussing about off. So after the first one, the management said they didn't like that pattern, that they should go to the old ways, the way, because it was the broadcasting station of the state. I can't remember the name now.
Okay.
But Anambra Broadcasting Service, the radio station, basically. So they said, no, we don't want this fucking thing. Please, only you.
Take
only
us back
you
to Frank Olise.
Only you on the radio and stuff.
It's Frank Olise we want. I said it is Frank Olise we want. You don't know Frank Olise? NTA, Newsline, those days.
Do you get? They just wanted it to go way back. That's what they wanted. So that was the only time ever. And the next time I was going to be on radio was Inspiration Next Radio Superstar. And out of 100, because my number was 100 and something. I can't remember the number, but it was 100 plus. So out of 100 and whatever contestants, I made it to top 5. So what the experience? So it always makes me go crazy.
Mad. Well, you've done very well for yourself so far. So which leads to my first question anyway. Which did you develop love for first? Because we've established abundantly now that you are someone who loves radio. I mean, you've been on radio for quite some time now, and you've also risen through the ranks. So which did you develop love for first? Was it hyping or radio?
To be very honest, I don't really love radio.
Really?
Yes. My love when it comes to media is TV. I started off with TV.
Oh, really? TV?
University. So radio was by chance. It was like, okay, we don't have a lot of TV houses in Ibadan, and I want to base in Ibadan. So what is the next available option? Radio.
Wow.
Wow. Yes.
I'm shocked too.
That's how the radio thing came about.
So how about hype?
For hype, I think hype found me. But when did hype come? Hype came like in the middle of trying to find my footing in radio. They just came together simultaneously. They came at the same time. Because I remember in 2018, that same year, I went for National Broadcast Academy.
Okay.
So I went for that in January, and it was at National Broadcast Academy that I found the career called hype, the thing called hype, that there's a part of me that could go into this career called hype. The part of me that I always wondered what to do with it could actually flourish in this thing called hype. So it was at that National Broadcast Academy where I went to learn how to be a better broadcaster, that the hype part of me came out.
Sorry to interject here. What part of you is that? Let's be very clear.
I always say I have two sides to me. The side that is, okay, going into broadcasting, I always had this worry because a part of me could sit down here and speak a lot of English, but there is this other part of me that just wants to be Raz. You know, it wants to bring it wants to be, it doesn't want to be uptight. It wants to be very expressive to the maximum, right?
Okay.
So there was that part of me. And a lot of people say, oh, as a broadcaster, you have to be well in your spoken English. You have to pronounce your words this way, that way.
Yeah, you know.
So I always worried that, how would I survive as a broadcaster? Because something that makes me Nigerian is there's no how. As I'm speaking, my Nigerian accent must come out. It must show itself in a way. Either it shows itself in the accent itself, or it shows itself from when I infuse one of our indigenous languages into it. So whatever way, it must just come out. It must come out. So I was always worried about that and how to balance it. So for hype, I don't have to be uptight. I don't have to be looking for the best spoken English to express myself on stage. You know, if you are a host of a show, not just even in broadcasting, if you're a host of a show, like you're hosting a show, basically, your spoken English you have to be
here and there,
because you're hosting a show, right? But for hype, nobody says your spoken English. Nobody sends it work. Do your thing, right? If you can just not understand the crowd, the music, and all of that, do your thing. So I was just looking for how to be able to express myself without the rules, the regulations, and all of those things
and then you
that
found
have to
hype.
do with presentation. Yeah, so that's how the hype just came there.
Okay.
It came about right there.
Yes.
So
Okay,
fast forward to, I think in March or April, that's when I now went to serve. And when I came back from service, I served in Ibadan, United States. So when I came back from camp, I was posted to Ibadan. Right there, I got to do, just go to this club in Ibadan to be doing intern under MC Lagbaja, Queen Lagbaja. She's a hype lady also. So I just was under her, going for her shows. Once she'll give me mic and all of that. So it was at that same time, 7, I was also pursuing radio. I was also pursuing hype. So it's both of them just came about at the same time.
Okay.
I don't think anyone had the love, first of all.
They both just happened, basically. One happened as a result
you understand.
of, you from TV and you looking for something to do. The second one was basically you finding a way to express yourself in the way you would love, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now, let's go deeper into the conversation. So this next question now is about hype itself. You said that because you said you went to a broadcast academy and then you saw that, there was a part where you could explore and then, you basically use your innate talents properly. So the next question is, do you think hype will become a proper genre in music with things, we've all seen from the likes of Shay Banks and Dotto? Do you think very soon we'll have people who like upcoming hype men who are like, who will just be like, the next Fireboy, the next Joe Boy? We'll have stuff like that too for hype in the industry. Do you think that will happen?
Yes. Even though it makes me laugh, yes.
Really?
Do you know why I had to laugh?
Why did you have to laugh? Why?
Fireboy, the next Joe Boy. And you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about how many years Afrobeat had to be around before the next Fireboy, before Fireboy and Joe Boy came about. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It took a lot of years. Afro hype as a genre in music is just starting, and the reason why it's just starting is because hype as a career basically just started. If you think about it, hype was a thing in hip hop music, not Nigerian hip hop music, but what did the Kali does on his music? Yo, God, they don't love you no. They don't love you no.
That's hype.
That's hype. That's hype,
Yeah.
right? It was there, but they were just doing it. It wasn't seen. There's this song, I don't know the name of the song, but this song that has "Put your hands up, put your hands
that's
up."
Fat Man Scoop now. Dr. Luke Fat Man Scoop. And
That's what?
Dr. Luke Fat Man Scoop. Fat Man Scoop is the name of that guy.
Okay, so basically, hype was a thing, but it wasn't a thing. It wasn't seen as a genre of music. Like, oh, we are here creating hype music. It was just seen as something to put inside hip hop.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But right now, not just even hype, Afro hype. We're seeing hype men coming out to create music by themselves. The way DJs have been creating music by themselves, they get a producer, they just call their name on the track, DJ Neptune, Top Boy, and it has become their track without
and the
singing.
rest.
It's the same way. It's the same way Afro hype men or hype men are not doing now, but this time they are hyping side by side. As the song is going, just don't do the slug line or payoff or stuff. They hype on the song and it's their thing. So it will take time to have next Fireboy or Joe Boy, but it is a genre that is here to stay and would stay for a long time. And I feel this positively because one thing that Nigerians love is to make money. One thing that brings money. One thing that brings money to most entertainers or most artists is streams, right? And when you get popular, when your songs get popular via streams, you get invited for shows. So a hype man that is not looking out to just depend on when there is a show, you will not pay me whatever amount you say you want to pay me, would definitely want to invest in Afro hype, which is getting money from the streams, and because your songs are popular, get invited for bigger gigs with more money and all of that. So Afro hype is not going to die, but it would take a while. It will really take a long time before we're going to have next Fireboy or Joe Boy in Afro hype. Not as long as I think it would, but it might take a long time.
All right. That's an interesting take. But you said something that really caught my attention.
I love that.
You said something that
caught. You can create a track. Now that I think about it.
We're coming to that. But you said something very interesting. You said something about the way the hype people get paid, per gigs and all of that. Would you say it's lucrative? Don't tell us we don't want to know what you earn, but would you say hype is lucrative in Nigerian entertainment industry?
It depends on the part of the ladder where you are.
What do you mean?
Honestly, fam, it depends on the part of the ladder where you are. Because even as hype as a career, hype is art. Just like musicians, just like dancers, just like musicians, dancers, drummers, people that creative. It's an art. So, and we all know that in art, it depends on the part of the ladder where you are before you start earning like the big bucks, the big money.
True.
Do you understand?
Even radio itself, there's no art. Even radio, there's no art itself. It's the same thing.
Radio?
Yeah, on radio too. Now it depends on where you are on the ladder. Now, is it not? Before you start earning crazy.
I would, if you had asked me this question for radio, I would say no. Radio is not lucrative, no matter where you are on the ladder. Except if you are the owner of the station. Maybe if you are the owner of the station. But no matter where you are on the ladder, it's not lucrative.
Melody, no casters. No to casters.
So I've heard like there are some people earning 900,000 K on the radio. I'm like, what? 900K?
Yes, now. Especially in this Lagos.
900,000, Jerry. Not 900,000 naira, not 900,000 K. Because like, that's a lot of money. We put K at the back of the thousand.
All right, now, so
it's like this is any million. So hey, which radio station I would like to work as entry level, because if somebody's earning millions here, entry level will be off the chart if I go there. But it just all depends on where you are on the ladder for hype, because there are some hype men that are still collecting 5K, that's still collecting 3K in this per night. I'm telling you, and these people work 5 hours. There's nothing that annoys me more than that. You're going to work 5 hours and you're collecting 5K a night. This happens mostly in clubs. because, and these hype men, I don't know if I should say it because they don't know their worth of value. Because what they would not think is, and even if the club is giving me 5K, 9, at least they will spray me.
At all,
We spray me. At all, I will carry 30K go house.
Yeah.
You understand? So that kind of thought. Not you thinking forward and say, oh, my value, my worth, I worth more than this and all of that. Then we have people in this same industry that are collecting 2 million naira for 1 hour show. Do you feel me? Yeah. And this 2 million naira that they are collecting, you are still going to take care of that logistics flight and this one, they are maybe carrying 3 people from their team. So, logistics, you're like spending up to 800K and you still pay them like 2 million.
Mad.
Do you get?
Mad.
And so it all depends on the part of the ladder where you are. Now, this is the thing. If you're being paid 2 million and you are up in the ladder, there's not even a way. Are you called for shows often? Because that 2 million, if it's a one-off, it will not really look profitable. It will not look lucrative.
Yeah.
But if you're doing like 3 shows every week, 2 million.
That's a lot of money.
From there.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money right now.
That's a lot of money.
Right? It's a lot of money. Let's not talk about your side hustle because in Nigeria, it was have like 2-3 hustles. Maybe your side hustle is giving you like a lot of things. You are a billionaire by the end of the year.
Oh, Melody,
like that.
Let's wrap up the conversation with this. So I'll tell everybody, when I first reached out to Melody told me that she doesn't really think that she doesn't really see the bias, or she doesn't think that there's a bias that exists, from our perspective as regards women in the hype industry. But I'm going to ask you anyway, would you encourage more women to, join the industry the way it is at the moment?
Yes.
Why would you?
Let me explain what I said. I'm not saying that. I don't know what you said because it kind of affected that part. But it's not like I don't. The fact that I don't see it does not mean it might not be happening.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
And the fact, let me say it to your listener. Let your listener understand me. The fact that I don't see it does not mean it might not be happening. The fact that I do not feel it personally does not mean it's not something that could be happening. But for me, when I'm even in my radio journey too, when I'm going through my journey, I just go, it is me. Do you understand? It's me. So I have never been in a situation like someone says, not taking her because she's a girl or I would say a guy. It's just me. If you're not taking me, I feel you're not taking it because it is me, not because I'm a girl or because I'm a guy.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because it's me. And because most of the time when I'm doing my job, I do each job with the thought of I want to leave something. I want to leave something right here, or I want to go home with something. So it's more of I'm within this job and I say I'm doing it so well that tomorrow you have no option but to call me back. I'm not doing it because I feel because I'm a woman I have to do like 3 times the work.
Okay.
So I have never had that impression. So now about women.
Yeah.
When in the industry, yes.
Why? Why? Why?
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
You know how I said when I go to do a work, I go there and say I'm doing this because I have to put 3 times the work because I'm a woman. I just do it because I have a reason to. I want to do this for this. There's something someone told me, I think 2 weeks ago, either 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. There is a gap for women in hype industry. I'm not the first woman to do it. As I told you, I intend on that in Secret Language. I'm not the first woman to be doing this, but there is a huge gap. And if you know your onions, not saying because I'm a woman, I have to do twice the work or stuff like that. If you know your onions and you're very good at what you do as a person, oh dear. Oh, I'm telling you, the industry. This is not me being childish. The industry loves women that know what they can do, that knows how to do what they ought to do. And hype, in a way, is referred to as a man's job because of the whole energy and how you have to lose yourself in the crowd, in the kind of thing, energy. Oh, women may not be able to use this sort of energy for so long, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So if you give them several reasons to just, every time you do your job, they're left in awe. They're like, oh my God, what is this? who is this? Where is this coming from? I bet to you, you are going to even go fast and faster than most guys because you are like a diamond. You're like a germ. They've never said this. And most people would want to be associated with that germ. So is there space for women? God, a lot of space. Do I encourage women to go into it? Yes. But in coming into it, know your worth. Play your card. Just like in every other entertainment sector, it's a game of chess. You have to know where to be, where not to be. You have to know where to be, where not to be, how to play your cards well, how to move your players well. You just have to know it. But is there space? Can you succeed? Yes. Very well. And you can far faster than most guys. Just know what you have to do.
So basically, you're saying, there's a lot of space for women in the hype industry, especially if they know how to market and do what they need to do, right?
Yes. If you just know what needs to be done, there's a lot of space.
Okay. So, M.I.A, thank you very much for coming on the podcast. And thanks for giving us your time. Look, before I go, M.I.A is not small fish. M.I.A, I came for that block party in Ibadan. I think I can't remember what they call it now. Premier block party. And I saw Melody do her thing, firsthand, and I can tell you that Melody is someone. I think if you're a lady and if you're anybody who wants to do hype, I think you should reach out to Melody because she really knows what she's doing. I've also seen Melody on TV, like on Hip TV, on MTV, at different times. She's not. Melody is, it's something that it's something that is good that you are being a face of. And that other people, especially women, will look at and say, I can do this, so if she can do that. So once again, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very.
Actually, it was great. It was great. I loved the conversation. It even gave me another thing. It gave me things to think about personally, and I love that.
All right, now, thank you very much for coming. Adios.
All right.